Alkenes resemble alkanes in physical properties except the difference in polar nature. Hydrogen is the least electronegative, that is electropositive element. That's why it will loses its electrons, so it will be act as electrophile. Sulfuric acid, ethene will be treated with H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. It will form ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Hello everyone, this is Harshita Bhavasar from Vidyashram PU College, Temple of Excellence. Today we are starting up session 4 from the chapter Hydrocarbons. We are following the physical properties and chemical properties of alkenes. First we will see the physical properties of alkenes. Alkenes resemble alkanes in physical properties except the difference in polar nature. See, whatever the alkanes physical properties we have studied or we have seen in the previous session, the same thing will resembles to the alkenes also except polar nature. About the dipole moment, everything it will be different. The first three homologous, that is ethene, propene and butene are gases, and our next 14 members are colorless, liquids, and higher ones are solids and other. First three are gases, next 14 members are colorless, liquids and higher ones are solid. Next, ethene is a colorless gas with a faint sweet smell. Ethene, whatever will first homologous series of alkene is there, that is a colorless gas with a sweet faint smell. Other alkenes are colorless, odorless, insoluble in water but soluble in non-polar solvents like benzene, petroleum ether. Like alkanes, they show regular increase in boiling point with increase in molecular mass. Other alkenes are colorless, odorless, and it will be insoluble in water but soluble in polar solvents like benzene. The boiling point nature will be increases with increase in molecular mass. The boiling point of unbranched alkenes is higher than the isomeric branched alkenes. The boiling point of unbranched is greater than the branched series of boiling point. Alkenes readily undergo electrophilic addition reactions. Okay. Under special conditions, alkenes also undergo free radical substitution reactions. Usually it will undergo electrophilic addition reaction. In some of the cases, it undergoes free radical substitution reaction. Oxidation, ozonolysis and polymerization reactions are prominent in alkenes. In alkenes, oxidation, ozonolysis and polymerization are very much prominent reactions you can observe in the alkenes. First one, we will see that addition of hydrogen in the part of chemical properties of alkenes. Alkenes react with hydrogen in the presence of nickel or palladium as a catalyst to form alkanes. What is the chemical property of alkene with respect to hydrogen? Alkenes will react with hydrogen in the presence of nickel, it will form ethane. From ethene, the corresponding alkanes will form. It is ethene, that's why it will form ethane. If it is propene, propane will form. Next one, addition of halogens. Alkenes undergo electrophilic addition with halogens. The reaction is quite fast with chlorine, relatively slow with bromine and very slow with iodine. This reaction we have seen in alkanes also. This is with respect to chlorine very fast, bromine relatively slow and iodine very slow. See here, bromine is treating with bromine, which is a halogen. In the presence of carbon tetrachloride, it will form 1,2 dibromoethane. Here also ethane will form, that is alkene will form, but here 2 halogen substituents will add for the ethene. Okay. Next, addition of hydrogen halides. The addition of hydrogen halides to symmetrical alkenes like ethene, butene gives single addition product. If it is symmetrical alkene, see here it is symmetrical, butene to butene also symmetrical. Okay. For that halogen hydride it will give single addition product. This is bromoethane is a single product. If it is for the unsymmetrical alkane, see this is complete unsymmetry in nature with respect to alkene. So, if we add hydrogen halide for the unsymmetrical alkane, it will give 2 products. Within that, one will be major, another will be minor. So, one thing will be N series will be there, N structure will be there, another one iso structure, that is branched, will be present. Markovnikov put forward the rule that predicts the formation of major product. When the hydrogen halide is added for the unsymmetrical alkane, two products will be there. To find out which is the major product, Markovnikov rule will be suggested, which is the major product. So what is that Markovnikov rule? Markovnikov rule is stated when a hydrogen halide is added to an unsymmetrical alkene, the hydrogen atom of hydrogen halide is added to the carbon atom of unsymmetrical alkene containing more number of hydrogen atoms. Wherever the number of carbon is present, to the unsymmetry, that is double bond is present, for that hydrogen it should contain the number of hydrogen which is having overall more numbers towards the unsymmetrical hydrogen is present. So we will see mechanism for addition of hydrogen bromide to propene, mechanism of electrophilic addition. Now we will see the correct mechanism, electrophilic addition of hydrogen bromide to propene. Here the addition of hydrogen halide to propene follows electrophilic addition mechanism. It involves three steps: initiation, propagation and termination. Within that, first formation of electrophile will form, it is the initiation step. See here, formation of electrophile, heterolytic fission of HBr bond forms H plus and Br minus. Heterolytic fission means the bond will get cleave. Within that, one which is a more electronegative atom which attracts one pair of electrons, and which is least electronegative atom, it will loses its electron. So here bromine is more electronegative, so it attracts or it gains one pair of electrophile. It will be act as nucleophile. Hydrogen is the least electronegative, that is electropositive element. That's why it will loses its electrons, so it will be act as electrophile. This is the first step in mechanism of electrophilic addition. Already we know that electrophile has been formed and nucleophile also it has been formed. But what is the work which will work as fast? So attack of electrophile, the electrophile attacks the propene to form carbocation. The attack of electrophile means whatever in the first step electrophile has been formed, that electrophile will attack the propene to form a carbocation. This is a propene, this is a electrophile. It will attack here. How? CH3, CH2, CH2. Here it will be attached that H2, so it will form primary carbocation. Here be as a secondary carbocation, because this, for this hydrogen another hydrogen has been added. But the secondary carbocation is more stable than primary carbocation, hence it is readily formed. This is readily formed because it is more stable than the primary carbocation. Next, attack of nucleophile. The nucleophile attacks the carbocation that is secondary to form 2-bromopropane. Secondary carbocation in the previous step it is there. For that nucleophile will attack here. It will form 2-bromopropane will form. These steps explain the formation of 2-bromopropane as a major product, which is stable. For that only nucleophile will add. Next, anti-Markovnikov's addition or peroxide effect or Karsh effect will be explained now. In presence of peroxide, addition of hydrogen bromide to unsymmetrical alkenes takes place again Markovnikov rule. This reaction is restricted to addition of HBr alone but not with hydrogen chloride or hydrogen iodide. This is known as peroxide effect. When same unsymmetrical alkene is present, if the peroxide is present, it will be restricted for HBr but not for hydrochloric acid and hydrogen iodide. This is propane, this is HBr. When it is propene has been treated with HBr, the peroxide effect you can see here, it will form 1-bromopropane. That is isopropene is treated with HBr peroxide. In the presence of peroxide, it will from 1-bromo 2-methyl propane will form. The addition of HBr in the presence of peroxide follows free radical path. Free radical mechanism will takes place here. In this, initiation, propagation, termination is there. In initiation, peroxide dissociates into two free radicals called alkoxy free radicals. This in turn attack HBr to form bromine free radical. What it will form? Benzoyl peroxide is there. Here the heterolytic or homolytic cleavage will takes place. See here, homolytic cleavage will takes place, homolysis. In the, what is that homolytic cleavage? The same atomic, the identical atoms will get homolytic cleavage with the having least difference of electronegativities, it will form free radicals. So here phenyl free radical will form. Later that free radical will attach after the homolysis of HBr will takes place. Even HBr also gets homolysis. After this one, the bromine free radical will attach here. Next, propagation. The bromine free radical attacks alkene forming two alkyl radicals. This is propene, this is bromine free radical. From the homolysis, secondary free radical and primary free radical will form, but the secondary free radical is more stable than first primary free radical. So, it will be HBr forming anti-Markovnikov addition product as the major product. As I told, which is the most stable, for that one only the radicals will go and attach. It is more stable, that's why HBr will treated with here. The major product 1-bromopropane will form as a major. Next one is the less, it will also form but in a minor product. The bromine free radical formed in this step in turn propagates the chain and thus propene is converted into 1-bromopropane. Here also propene will convert into propane. Next one, termination. Two free radicals combine to form a neutral molecule. Here two free radicals are there. It will combine to form molecule. Again with propene radical with bromine, how it will be there? CH3CHBr will form, that is ethyl bromide. Here overall propyl bromide is there. Here cis formation will takes place. The peroxide effect is not observed in addition of HCl and HI, as HCl bond is stronger and is not cleaved by free radical, whereas HI bond is weaker and I2 molecules are formed. Okay. HCl it is not formed because it is more stronger that free radicals cannot form, but I2 is weak, it will form the I2 radicals or molecules will form. Addition of sulfuric acid. The electrophilic addition of sulfuric acid to alkenes gives alkyl hydrogen sulfate. This reaction takes place in accordance with Markovnikov rule. Now onwards, the Markovnikov rule will be followed by so many reactions. In that, first one sulfuric acid, ethene will be treated with H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. It will form ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Okay. Next, hydrogen of water. In the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, alkenes react with water to form alcohols accordance with Markovnikov rule. When ethene treated with water in the presence of sulfuric acid, it will form ethanol, which is alcohol. This reaction is known as acid catalyzed hydration of alkenes because here acid will be used as catalyst, that's why, and carbocation is a reactive intermediate. Here in between carbocation will also form, but here we have not shown. Next, oxidation. When alkenes are treated with neutral potassium permanganate solution, that is a base reagent and also a very good oxidizing reagent, a vicinal diol, it is a pinacol will form. This reaction is employed as a qualitative test for unsaturation as violet color of permanganate solution disappears. Here ethene treated with water, oxidation will take place in the presence of oxidizing agent, that is potassium permanganate. It will form pinacol or vicinal diol. Okay, this is a pinacol. 1, 2 diol will form, that is glycol. This test will be used for unsaturation in the qualitative analysis of salt. Their violet color will be disappear. If the unsaturation is present, that violet color from the permanganate will disappear. By that we will understand the unsaturation is present in that salt. Acidic potassium permanganate or acidic potassium dichromate oxidizes alkenes to ketones and acids depending upon the nature of alkenes and reaction conditions. In this reaction, fission of carbon-carbon double bond takes place and terminal double bonded carbon atom is oxidized to carbon dioxide. Here is also propene is there. When it gets oxidized in acidic medium, H plus means acidic medium, in the KMnO4, it will form ketone with the liberation of carbon dioxide and water. Okay, in the normal it will form alcohol, in the acidic medium it will form ketone. Next, ozonolysis. Addition of ozone molecule to carbon-carbon double bond of alkenes gives an ozonoid. It is an intermediate. The hydrolysis of ozonoid by water and zinc gives corresponding aldehydes or ketones. The addition of ozone to alkene followed by hydrolysis known as ozonolysis. Here ethene, ozonolysis means ozone molecule will get added. This is a ozonoid. Whenever the ozone molecule will be there, it will form ozonoid form as an intermediate. In the presence of zinc, water molecule will be removed. That is how the aldehyde will form. Sometimes aldehyde, sometimes ketone will form. H2O will be removed. Again CH2O and O, another H will be present. Here one O will be out. Next, polymerization. The process of formation of macromolecules by the addition of simple unsaturation molecules is known as polymerization. The macromolecule formed is a polymer and the simple molecules from which the polymer is formed are called monomers. Poly means many, right? Mers means unit. By the simple units, a major unit or major compound will be formed, that will be called as polymerization. The unit of polymerization will be called as monomers. Understand? The conversion of ethene into polythene involves addition reaction, hence this process is called addition polymerization and the product is known as addition polymer. To attach one monomer to another monomer, you need some reaction, that reaction will be called as addition polymerization. Each unit will or the product will be called as addition polymer. That reaction addition polymerization. Polythene is manufactured by compressing ethene under very high pressure and high temperature in the presence of catalyst. This is ethene. Yn means the number of monomers will be used under high temperature and high pressure presence of catalyst. Polyethene will be formed. Polypropene will be formed. Polythene can be molded into desired shape, desired color can be also readily imparted. For polythene, plastic is a very good example. It can be molded into whatever shape and structure with a color can be easily imparted. The plastic is resistant to the attack of chemicals and is an insulator also. You have seen for the electrical wires, the plastic coating will be present because it is an insulator, so it won't conduct the electricity through it. Avoid that hazardous nature, they will cover up with the plastic coating. Next, this polythene used for making transparent films for packaging garments and food and also wires and cables, squeeze bottles, refrigerator dishes. Polypropylene is used for the manufacture of milk crates, plastic buckets and other molded articles. From a thin film, it will be used till a hard bucket also. So, it can be molded in various kinds and nowadays plastic is playing a major role in our daily life. And the least quality of plastic should be avoided. We know that due to the environment, that eco-buddy environment. Next is uses of alkenes. Till now we have seen the various methods to prepare the preparation of alkenes. Now we are seeing the uses of alkenes. Lower members of the family are used as fuels and illuminants. Alkenes and substituted alkenes upon polymerization form a number of useful polymers such as polyethylene, PVC, Teflon, Orlon. Means the lower number like ethene, propene, butene, these are all will be used as fuel in any scooters, in any vehicles or domestic usage. In the polymerization technique, you will get number of usages as I told plastic and other examples. PVC, any kind of pipe, polyvinyl chloride, Teflon, Orlon, any synthetic materials also you will get. Ethene is employed for preparation of ethyl alcohol and ethylene glycol. It is anti-freezing agent which is a ethylene glycol and ethyl alcohol. From the ethene on oxidation, you will get these reagents or solvents in the usage of laboratory. Ethene is used for artificially ripening of green fruits. Nowadays, you have seen many techniques to get a ripened fruit within a very less times lifespan. To do that, ethene is very much useful. Ethene is also used in oxygen ethylene flame for cutting and welding of metals. In the welding shops, you have seen flame will be used to cut the metals. That flame is containing Oxygen ethylene means it is a ethene product. By the usage of ethene, there also it will be used. Till here the alkenes part have been completed. Okay. In the next session, we will study about the alkynes, structure of triple bond, isomerism and nomenclature of alkynes, preparation and properties of alkynes will be seen. I hope you have understood the complete physical properties and chemical properties of alkenes. In the next class, we will study the next functional group, that is about alkynes. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you.